it took us back to all of us, the time where we were back in high school, me particularly being in the girls' school.
Alright!
But it was something real and authentic, and I absolutely loved your P1. You surpassed all expectations, and you let your natural character shine through. So let me take a leaf out of the high school metaphor, and I'll go through with you the areas where your speech excelled. All right, let's begin with chemistry. You had a really bubbly personality, and that showed through. Your intonation and your voice, you had so much energy, you cut through the crowd, and everyone could hear very clearly what you wanted to say, and they could also feel the energy contained within. It's very impressive for a P1. Let's move on to biology. You had a natural humor. We could sense it. It was a self-deprecating kind of humor, where you go and say, you know, yeah, I didn't shower. Yeah, I lost 5 kg. No, I gained 5 kg. And you talk about your experiences with a very natural relish, and people could believe that this was a speech that you believed in, and therefore that they should believe in too. It was contagious. And then let's move on to language. English. Let's talk about the structure, where you said, and I am not a religious person, and I am not this. You gave a nice sense of repetition throughout the speech, containing it. You had a very good structure. You had an introduction where you spoke about how your choices led you to high school. The middle, where you started speaking about how you had all these experiences during high school, or what it's like to live in a room with 8 other roommates, and then you concluded with how what was most valuable was the experience with your friends. All in all, it was a very, very impressive P1. So what do we take? How do we take it to the next step? Giving a speech, it's like taking an examination in school. It can be very daunting. And there's this impulse to take your pens out and quickly write the moment you get there. Which I could find sense with you. When you came here, in time before Gunwei could walk away, you jumped straight into a speech. Take your time, soak it in. Get the audience's attention. Just take a breath, and then begin once you have them all leaning out the palm of your hands. Then there's speed. There's no reason to rush through. I always say this, time is your friend, time is your friend. Relax. Everyone's already interested. The speech is amazing. Take your time. Give them time to let it sink in, to appreciate every little bit of your content, to let the humor drive itself deep in. Right? And the last thing is also not a test, you don't have to cheat. But if you are going to cheat, try not to let your notes be a little bright. Having bright red notes in your hand tends to attract the audience's attention, especially when you're gripping it tightly. And they will all keep following your hands. If you want to use the small little index card, something you can glance at your hand occasionally, what was tremendous was that you did not even have to refer to it. You had internalized it, but I understand the impulse to want to hold it there just for confidence. And so that's the last bit about confidence. The whole time, as you were speaking, you were rooted here. You had this natural charisma, but your feet were rooted to the center of the room. You hardly moved, except for rocking back and forth. With these points, controlling your speed, controlling your eye contact with the rest of the room, I can't wait for your next project too. Let's count this as your graduation, Saras.